Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Team No Sleep, January 31st, 2024. James Hicks here. That man right there next to me, that's Montel Allen. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings, my brothers. You know how we do.
Can't beat it.
Hey, 1 month down. We got 11 more to go for 2024. So we good, man. We good
That's
to
true.
go.
That's true. Today is
Cannot
a special
complain.
day. Today is my daughter's birthday, 22 years old. Oh my gosh.
Happy
She
birthday.
yeah, she down there in Los Angeles with my wife right now. They flying back tonight, but yeah, we're gonna do it big, celebrate her for sure. Now, let me tell you and the audience what's jumping off right now. So, for the very first time in Team No Sleep history, we are actually also live streaming on Instagram. I see folks jumping in the comments. Shouts out to you. Appreciate y'all for joining. Let us know if everything looks okay, because first time guinea pig right here. So you can leave a comment on there as well, and it'll show up in the stream. But yeah, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, obviously, and also on Instagram. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Yeah. Tell them about the show. I mean, like you said, man, we're the social impact. Since you guys are first time viewers, I know those people click in and click out just trying to see what's going on the live stuff on Instagram. Stay for a few minutes, man. Let us know if you appreciate what we're talking about, or you don't like it, or give us some suggestions, and we'll get it popping for real.
Love it, love it. I see Laura Williams in the building. Always good to have you in the building, our friend. I'm seeing people again joining in on IG. So again, if everything is looking right, if it's horizontal instead of vertical, if it's 16 by 9, let me know as well. I see you, Chris Stone, so you can definitely help me out with that. Dr. Brian Tippins, I see you in the building. Jeff Locke, happy birthday to you too. See you in the building. So yeah, this is dope. As long as it works right and folks can see what they need to see. Because listen, there it is. See, I can pull comments up now from Instagram. Oh my God.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there
Come
we
on,
go.
man.
There we
Oh
go.
my God. We can just stop the show right now because see, we, we got to get global
No, man,
like
we
this.
got too many big things going on, man.
Yeah.
Get ready, pop for us. Like you said, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be down enjoying ourselves for the Super Bowl festivities in Las Vegas and broadcasting live and doing our thing. I think that's one of the, that's some real big news. Most media people don't get an opportunity to do that, and we do. We get to share a different perspective on sports with a lot of people and get a lot more eyes on this, man. So catch us while we early, because as we blow, we about to blow.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So, okay, he says he sees half of our faces on IG. Okay, so I need to figure out what's going on with that. He just sent me a message as well. Oh my goodness, he sees your ear and my hat.
Well, I got to scoot in a little bit, or scoot the
No,
other
you
way.
know
Which
what?
way you want to scoot
Okay,
in? Scoot
so
the other way. This is all in.
okay. All right, it's all good. We'll figure it out. Maybe have to go on desktop, or I can just adjust it. But again, this was a beta test. I'm a cowboy coder, so I'll do things just without testing it completely. But it's all good. Listen, man, let's get into these stories. We got a couple that we want to talk to. Obviously, there's always, unfortunately, some things going on as it relates to uh, legal activity with folks. And speaking of the Las Vegas area, here we have Henry Ruggs. We covered this story a few months ago, right? Ex NFL, ex Vegas Raider player driving his car at 120 miles an hour, something ridiculous. He was driving, I'm sorry, 156 miles an hour. Messed around, crashed, and unfortunately killed a young lady and killed her pet. So he's serving time for that. And
Yeah.
it's just it's unfortunate because such a young man at 25 years old, and he's going to be there for at least, was it 6 to 8 years, with possibility of parole. But his whole life, from a professional perspective, has definitely been jeopardized from that. He may not. I wonder if he can come back from this. Let's talk about this right here, man.
No,
Oh,
no, he won't be able to make it back. Not to the NFL. Maybe a slight chance to play in the UFL. The merger of the USFL and XFL. Maybe that might be an opportunity for him. But I think from this standpoint, football is probably over. Um, sitting down in prison for 6 to 8 years without being actively in football, that would decimate the best of the athletes. Just can't come back. It's just going to be very, very hard, especially the way the game is now. It moves so, not that just the way the draft and recruiting and free agency is right now. I don't even know if there'll be a place or a market for him to be able to come back to. So unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to bounce back from the football standpoint of having a career at all.
So not as a player, didn't really gain enough. Maybe I'll say respect to be a coach, right? To even be something like a coordinator or something like that nature. So literally, the man comes out of college, goes out, signs with the Raiders, does a few things, and gets him a nice car. Hits the road at 156 miles an hour, causes fatal damage and kills someone, and now everything is all now up in smoke. Unfortunately, that's just sad.
Yeah, and the sad part, not just his life, but the people that he unfortunately killed in that accident. Their lives are all going down as well. We can't. I know we always focus on the athlete, but we got to also acknowledge the victims as well about their situation as well. So a lot of lives have been turned over by this one incident, unfortunately. So I wish him the best. I hope he stays okay in prison, but that's a different type of lifestyle, and adjustment he's gonna have to really, really make. Fortunately.
Yeah, and we bring this up for the story piece, right? For the fact that this is something that we know a lot of kids look at athletes as role models or folks to look up to. They want to play in football, they want to play in baseball and basketball, whatever the case may be. But again, this is something unfortunately that happens to every that many folks can be touched by. And again, going out there, racing, speeding, you got a fast car. The speedometer says it can go 160. There's no need for you to go that, right? I'm not going to tell you speed limits and anything of that nature, but this is just a consequence of doing something that you probably definitely know you shouldn't have been doing.
I think it's more of a cautionary tale of what not to do, like kind of like what you're alluding to. Being in this situation, being a profile athlete, understand what's going on in your surroundings. Understand that I can't get drunk in public. Understand I can't be driving fast in a car. Understand I can't be driving reckless. Understand all these things. And I need. If I do choose to go out in public and do these things, I have to have something in place to ensure that I don't hurt anybody and I make it home safe, so I can live another day to play another down of football or be able to put another shot from in basketball. So I think this is a cautionary tale for college athletes now with NIL money, because you're victim, your targets as well, and people in the professional realm. You got to do better on how you manage your lifestyle. I believe you have to do better. You cannot go out and just do whatever you want to do, because unfortunately, things like this could possibly happen. Yep. So I hope that if there's a silver lining to anything in this, if there is anyone, I think that's the silver lining. Like, take away from this and don't do it, right? Understand, plan your extracurricular activity outside a lot better and a lot safer for everybody, not only yourself, but the people from around.
There you go. There you go. Know your. We've talked a lot about knowing your crowd, knowing who your team is off the field and off the court, things of that nature, and making sure you're surrounded by the right folks. Had to been someone to, and we don't know all that back end story, right, of who Henry Ruggs was with, but someone definitely could have told him, "Hey, brother, you shouldn't do this. you either shouldn't be drinking and driving if that's what you were doing. You shouldn't be speeding in a residential area going 156 miles an hour. I don't care that you got a nice fast car. You don't need to be." Again, you're the bag, right? You're a professional athlete getting paid millions of dollars, and now, unfortunately, you are not getting that. So there we go with that. Tell you what I'm going to do. The Instagram feed, I'm going to go ahead and kill it, y'all. So come on over here to YouTube or going over to Facebook. Y'all know how I feel about Facebook, though. So come on over to YouTube. It's going to be much better. And we'll get this taken care of down the road. David Hunt, what's going on? We see you, brother. Appreciate you. Haven't seen you in a little while, but we know that you are doing what you need to do. So thanks a lot for being here, man. All right, Henry Ruggs. What else we got? We got more legal issues. We got more. Let's talk about
Yeah.
my man, Rajon. I call him Rajon. You know, I don't know. You can call him what you want to. You know,
Me too.
Rajon
Rondo.
Rondo, man, such a good player, such a dynamic player, and then to log on to, you know, and well, let me show you this. To log on and see this picture right here, right? How about that now?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. So folks, check it. I don't think it's me. I don't think it's Ecamm. I don't think it's. We just have some weird weather. And I literally, before we went live, I saw that in my neighborhood there are over 1,000 people on Roseville Utilities that are out of power. So the wind is howling up here in Northern California. I hear the dog barking. We got some strange weather happening right now. So thinking that that's what's going on around here. That hopefully the stream doesn't end because the weather, weather situation. But that's where we are right now.
First and foremost, let's make sure your family makes it back safe. That's number one.
That's what I'm thinking about. My daughter's literally texting me in my ears right now on these glasses and telling me that they're at the airport, and it hasn't gotten too bad down in the LA area just yet, but hopefully they can get out in time without any issues. So yeah, so there's the backstory. That's what's going on behind the scenes and with my mind right now too. Back to Rajon Rondo, former Celtic, arrested in Southern Indiana, drug and gun charges. And I was saying that in and of itself is just a back of the page story. But the fact that, one, he had this gun, he is not supposed to be carrying a weapon. The gun wasn't even registered. But the meat of this story is that he had a minor in the car with him. Some of the meat of the story is as well, the reason why he can't carry a gun is because he was charged and accused of making threatening statements to the mother of his child. Now, I don't know if that was who was in the car, but come on, Rondo. Again, talking about someone who probably should know better, someone who does know better, getting caught up in this particular type of a situation. So I don't know. What do you think about this, man? This is just not a good situation. Pulled over for misdemeanor drug and gun charges following a traffic stop in Jackson County. But come on, you got to know better to do that.
Yeah, man. I think this, one, as you can see, the drugs, right? Drugs, probably possibly alcohol. We've talked about this before. When we talked about Richard Sherman a long time ago. Drugs, alcohol, mixed with the jealousy, anger thing does not mesh well at all with anyone. You do irrational, dumb things when it happens. I think being emotional about whether being angry at his baby mother or still being in love with her and jealous or whatever the case may be, and you mix that with drugs and alcohol in the wrong situation, man, it just turns out bad. And I don't know, this is a tale that we keep hearing over and over again with certain professional athletes, right? They get in these situations, always drugs and alcohol are involved, right? Mm-hmm. It's always involved. They have a gun or they have some type of weapon, and it's always in the midst of some type of involvement with a misunderstanding with a lady, either the baby mama or another woman. It happens. Tell from Ray Rice to Richard Sherman. Again, it costs you. Negative things happen, we're on the front page. Mm-hmm. I know it happens to other athletes. We don't hear as much about it on them, but definitely when African American males that are popular in these situations happen, I don't know what's wrong. So we got to hold accountability for ourselves. We got to hold accountability for our actions. And again, where's that circle that you're supposed to have that will help you hold accountability for yourself when you lose? There's got to be somebody that's surrounding that circle to tell you, no, it's not right. No, you can't do this. No, this is a bad idea. No, look at the possibilities of what happened if you do get caught or the situation get caught. And that way we can avoid these situations entirely. Because I'm pretty sure if he gave us whatever the situation was, a 24-hour time period, and no drugs and no alcohol, and slept on it and woke up in the morning, we'll be reading about a different outcome. It's a disagreement with whoever that woman is. So we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to help each other accountable. Glad it's a misdemeanor for him. I don't know what this is going to do for the remaining of his NBA career. I know he's in and out, bouncing around on contracts, but I don't know what this is going to do for the remainder of his career in the NBA. Legendary basketball player, one of the best to ever do it. Has an NBA championship, been to All-Star games and all that stuff. Beat the odds because Rondo was a small guy, kind of unknown, and got to the league and really turned it on. Talented on the basketball court. Just it seemed, as many good decisions he made on the basketball court, this is one bad decision he made off the court, and now it's going to kind of reflect and tarnish his legacy.
So this is going to be at the top of the conversation when it starts talking about Rondo's legacy, starts talking about his contribution. Mm-hmm. And again, the story in and of itself about drugs and the story in itself about gun, again, that's unfortunately, that's an everyday conversation. But again, as you see, I got here on the screen, he had a juvenile in the car. Don't know if that juvenile was related to him or what, but that juvenile was then released to a family member after the stop. Rondo paid his bond and was released. But again, that whole type of situation, and then carrying that gun when he was not supposed to be carrying a gun. He had a no contact order issued by the mother of his child because he allegedly, I don't like using the word allegedly, but he apparently threatened her, became enraged and threatened her life with a weapon. So the police, the folks that already told you don't do this, right? You've already been warned. You got kids that are involved as well, and here again, you walk around with a weapon. Either you in the wrong neighborhoods, not telling anybody where they could or shouldn't be living. I'm not saying anything about anybody's particular situation, but why do you feel that need to have a juvenile in the car, have a gun in the car, and be having drug paraphernalia?
Man,
I'm asking the question really for myself.
I can see the movie in my head.
Yeah.
But no, I can see the movie in my head because it's recurrent. We see it all the time. It's a recurrent thing. Yo, I got a little bit of smoke in the car that I do when I'm rolling around. I'm at the house. Argument ensues. I'm mad. She got this other dude over, whatever. I'm mad. Blah, blah, blah. I'm about to go wherever I gotta go. My heat's always with me because that's the way I roll, because it's some of this way. And then I get pulled over by the cops, right? Situation may not ever happen, but the fact of the matter that you put yourself in those situations instead of being smart and thinking logically through it. When you need to, those are the parts we need to be accountable for. We have to be. Rondo, like I said, Rondo's a very smart player on the court. I'm sure he's been to manage his life without incident up to this point. Mm-hmm. I wish he just would have thought logically, and maybe he wouldn't be on the front page of some newspapers. Hopefully this is a blowover, kind of washes itself over. I'm sure. And then he can move forward. But now this tarnishes his legacy when he's going to the Hall of Fame or whatever his next moves are in basketball.
Yeah. So, asterisks, right? Again, when he gets on the list to probably be considered, is this an asterisk or is this something that pushes him from being, he was good. I don't know if he was first round ballot, but, this pushes him out maybe a couple of years and a little more scrutiny before he gets enshrined. So again, it's not worth it. So to the kids, it's not worth it. Think about the weapons. Think about what happened with our dude in Memphis, right? Think about all of the negativity that happened with Ja, right? Think about do you need to have drug paraphernalia on you? Right? Is it medicinal? Okay, if it's medicinal, whatever your reason is, if you out there trying to distribute,
so you trying to give a pass? You trying to give a pass?
No, I'm trying to stir up the controversial conversation. I'm trying to stir up a controversial conversation, but as I'm saying it in my head, it's not even making any sense. So I'm just gonna be quiet.
No. Medicinal, you don't have it in the car with you, bro. You smoke that in the crib while you're in the house, while you chilling,
pretty much,
watching your big screen TV. Yeah, eating some popcorn. So I don't give him a pass with that one. I just think it's poor decision making, man. Bottom line, poor decision making, and maybe not cautionary, or conscious of what you're doing. He's probably in a fit of rage, or he's mad, or he's upset about something, so he's in a hurry. Let's go, and then boom, you get caught. But I think we need to be able to slow down. We have to be able to slow down our thought process. And when we're doing these things, and especially when you're in that situation as being a star and get the bag, you need to be very cautious and hold yourself accountable not to make no mistakes, because we're held under a different scrutiny than any other athletes. Black African American male athletes are held under a different scrutiny. I'm not trying to be racist. It just is what it is. We're under a different scrutiny. We're on the front page when we do something wrong. We're on the front page if we do something right. You know, both ways. It goes both ways. But we got to understand we're held to a different accountability. And when you get put in these negatives, this negative light, you know, we got to ask ourselves, can we do better, and make sure the other athletes and other people that are in that situation do better, and hold them accountable to do better so they don't get caught up in that situation.
No. So what do we do? What do we do? Do we? It's harder to start at the grown man at the adult level, right? But then I think, like I said, what do? We initiate the conversation at the youth level, right? We just start being more involved in mentorships. We start being more involved with making sure kids have and know that they have options, instead of trying to be like somebody else and trying to do the thing that they think is cool, right? There just has to be more, I think, conversation in terms of how to do better and be better.
I would go a step further. We need to figure out what's going on in society. Like we asked, why do everyone feels they need to carry a gun every which way where they go? Like we're addressing the person that has the gun that's protecting themselves. Why are we addressing what's causing the threat to make them have to protect themselves? You know what I mean? The United States economy right now is really, really bad, especially when it's the poor. The poor and disenfranchised is bad. We have more homeless than we ever had before. We have people that are in situations where they see no way out, and that's when desperation comes in. And when your needs or your needs become more than what's going on, you resort to drastic things in order to provide. You do. So and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about these people that just go in these stores and rob and everything, but I'm saying when they're in a situation where they feel they don't have any more than that crime rate, which is driving people to feel they got to protect themselves. It's a damn shame that stars like that can't even come back to their own neighborhoods and provide advice or anything without feeling the threat that they're going to get jacked or somebody might do something to them.
Yeah.
Like we really need to start not just looking at the athlete, looking at what's causing the athlete to do these types of things. Let's look at the boxer, the championship boxer that had a gun in LA because he says, I'm not going nowhere. I don't feel like I'm safe. We need to address why you feel like you're not safe. Like people talk about defund the police. Forget that. Let's beat police up if it's going to make us feel safe in our environment. There's the bigger picture. The social impact, we need to start figuring that out. What's causing this behavior?
What's causing it to, and that's at every level. That's in everybody's community, right? And I know we talk a lot about our community, but that's so I think maybe more action will happen because it's hitting other communities as well, right? When some of the stuff that hits us that we're always on the front page for, when I hit somebody else's neighborhood, and they're like, okay, we need to figure this out, we need to fix this. But hopefully we can get to that addressing the need before we have more and more of these stories, before we have more of these situations where, you know, Henry Ruggs is running over people. Next time Rondo will be in the car smoking and driving, he'll have the weapon, hit the brake real hard, and the gun goes off. Right? Again, I don't want to think of the worst case scenario, but again, before that happens, get these police, get these city council folks, get these school administrators, get these folks that are leaders in the community, get these chaplains and pastors and priests and things like that, and help us figure out what's going on. That's my thought.
I think it does start. I agree with you. It starts at the youth. I agree that it starts at the youth level that we need to start communicating and understanding. But I can only think we really need to figure out what's the root cause of what's going on. Especially when you come from situations where now I have it, I got it now, I made it out of the situation, I made it, and I still don't feel safe. That's a problem.
Yeah, that
is a major problem that no one ever wants to talk about. You know, let's keep it real. Do you think Tom Brady doesn't feel safe everywhere he goes? He feels perfectly freaking fine where he goes, wherever he goes, in the communities he goes in. Tom Brady is not walking around with a gun when he goes back and visits his parents in Palo Alto. He's not. I guarantee
Yeah.
you he's not. So tell me the need. Why do our athletes feel that they have to be in that situation? Why do they feel that they can't be safe when they come back to even similar surroundings where Tom is at? Middle class neighborhoods,
Yeah.
upper middle class neighborhoods. They still feel like they have the need to carry a gun.
I mean, Tom Brady, the Aaron Rodgers of the world, Chico, right up the street from me. So I mean, I know that area too, right? And again, that's just.
They don't feel the need that they have to carry guns. They don't. They don't carry guns. So why are African American athletes feel that they have to carry guns because they feel like their life is not safe? Like that's a real question. Why do our the white counterpart athletes don't feel they have to carry guns? They don't feel they have to have those situations. They're not there. They go out to the same clubs and they go party all night. They go do the same exact thing our athletes are doing, but yet ours feel they have to need to protect themselves.
Yeah, grow up in very similar lower to middle class neighborhoods, just like you said, right? Yeah, grow up in the same types of neighborhoods, just and probably ran with the same folks, right? Because again, when you in Oakland, right, everyone is together. Everyone is struggling for the most part at the same time. I don't want to stereotype. I don't want to generalize anything, but everyone's in the same bucket. Doesn't matter who you are. Mexican, black, white, whatever the case may be, but you're right. We always feel that we have to show out. Always feel that we have to represent. We always have to. I don't know. Do extra and be extra and carry a weapon with us just to walk up and down the street.
The crazy part is it's in every form and fashion of entertainment when it comes to the device of color. Mm-hmm. It happens with actors or let's say or musicians. T.I. had felt that he needed to buy 50,000 guns at one time to protect himself when he's already made it in the music industry. He's already been successful. He's been wealthy. He feels he has to have a gun. Well, Garth Brooks don't feel he got to have a gun.
Well, let's address this comment. Along this line. Let's address this comment from David Huntman. He says, Tom Brady, he's got security. So here's my answer to that. Yes, he has security, but I think, and again, I don't know. I don't run in his circle. His security is more along the lines of, hey, I got a high value person here. I don't need 20,000 people running up on him trying to get his autograph, pull his shirt, or whatever the case may be. Right? It's more of I think it's more of crowd control as opposed to thinking that someone's coming to shank him or something. I may be wrong. I'm sure there's a percentage that goes along all those lines as well, and I'm sure Brady's got armed security around him as well, just like Taylor Swift, right, had 4 cops in front of her at the darn the suite at the last game, and she walked around with police.
Well, I think he's taking it literally, but let's go back with that scenario. Tom Brady, yes, but Tom Brady goes to the club. Look, Tom Brady and Rondo both got big money. They both were in Boston at the same time at the height of Boston, right? Mm-hmm. At the height of Boston, when everything was clicking, when the Celtics were winning and when the Patriots were winning. They would go to a same bar. Tom Brady will go to that bar and doesn't need to have a gun. Even if he has a security. He needs to have a gun with him at all. Ronda Rousey has security and still thinks he has a need to have a gun.
Yeah.
Why do our athletes feel that way? And why do that athletes don't? And why they don't feel like they're being threatened in that manner and African American athletes do? You don't want to generalize it. I'm calling it straight down the line. Why do they feel that we're threatened in that manner? You've made it. You removed yourself from that situation. You probably removed your family from that situation because you've already made it, but you still feel like your life is in danger or could possibly be in danger, regardless of what circle you want around. The counterparts don't feel that way. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy that we keep having this conversation over and over again, and it's always African-American athletes have a concealed weapon, they have a gun, they have this. And I understand it. If I feel threatened, I want to protect myself. I get it. But I'm saying we need to pull the layer of the onion back and figure out why the hell do they feel so threatened?
All the time.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What is going on? Why do they feel so threatened? Why does my $1 million commodity feel threatened when he walks out in the street? Is the owners asking anyone that? Why does my $1 million commodities that I keep having millions of dollars invested in there feel like they're threatened, their life is not safe when they walk into the street.
We've talked about this before, and that's an interesting statement that Marvin says there about showboating, right? We've talked about our entertainment, and not pointing fingers and saying that's the only thing or that's the thing, but again,
Joe, but we got examples of that. Joe Burrow showboats all the time for the Cincinnati Bengals, the quarterback. He walks around like he's hip hop, got the big chain on, sunglasses, showboating all the time. He ain't walking around with no gun. But Joe Mixon, same player on the same team, has been documented he has a gun.
Yeah.
Walking around, hasn't been in situations with a gun. So again, your $1 million commodity, I'm an owner. I have $20 million commodities on my team. Half are men of color, half are not. How come my 10 of those ones that are $1 million commodities that I'm protecting under all bases feel like their life is threatened when they go out into society? But they have to need to carry a gun. Our society needs to figure what's going on with that. It's not showboating. There's plenty of people that's out there that showboat, that flaunt their money, the TikTok stars and all that. But ours, African Americans, particularly, especially if you're involved in the hip hop community, you become targets automatically. And I fear the younger these kids are getting money with NIL deals in college, the younger the targets are going to start to become. So now we're going to have young college men and women carrying guns, where their counterparts that are Caucasian don't even feel the need to be threatened in that situation. They don't even feel threatened. I don't have the answer, but I'm telling you, I see a problem.
Yeah, and
I do see a problem.
Don't know if it's David Hunt. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, definitely check us out on the replay as well, man. It seems to be escalating faster. Look, we're 40, 50 some years old, and we've seen things happen in our lifetime. But it seems like things are escalating faster and more violent today. I may be incorrect in that as well, but again, there just seems to be more of a escalation to fatal circumstances. No one wants to fight anymore. For one, right? All right. No one wants to go into the park or out there on the field or out there on the playground somewhere and just put up the dukes. It seems to now be escalating to a more of a final outcome. They're gonna go pop the trunk, right? They're gonna do whatever those kinds of things, right? And why is it that we've escalated so quickly to that stance? Again, is it society? Is it we talked about gentrification? Is it political? What is it? Financial? Is it the economic standpoint? You know, a lot of folks.
I think it's a combination, right? It is. Yeah. Your economic situation dictates a lot, right? It's going to dictate a lot. It dictates your surroundings and it dictates your opportunities, which no one ever talks about. Your financial situation dictates your opportunities. The less money I have, the less opportunities I got. So when I don't have job opportunities, I don't have educational opportunities, all I got is what I got that's in front of me. That's it. And my needs become more. And what do I mean my needs? I need to feed my family. I need clothes. I need to pay rent. I need to do these things. And I don't have any other opportunities because I don't have money. Well, guess what? I'm going to figure out whatever the best way for me to get money, whether it's legal or illegal. And you can agree with it or disagree with it, but you talk to any poor person and they'll say that's exactly their mentality. It has to be that way because that's the way they survive. Like me personally, I don't have a problem if you're stealing to feed your family. If you have to steal to feed your family, by all means, go do what you have to do, legal or illegally, because you're obligated to feed your family. Now, I do have a problem if you're just stealing just to randomly go steal. That's highly wrong. But I can justify and I can empathize with someone that has the need to do that. Yeah. But now you start to escalate that. Now you escalate that with lack of education. You don't understand, and I don't have any opportunities. And the only thing I don't know is I see what's on TV and what I play, what I'm desensitized to, and the music I hear. I got to go hit a lick. I have to. That's my
makes sense. That makes sense for us. So again, so that makes sense for us. But
yes,
but the Henry Ruggs of the world, The Rajon Rondos of the world, right? Again,
Yep.
they've made it already, right? Again, they've got 6-7 figures
Yes.
liquid probably within their accounts. They don't need to be out here speeding and
Correct.
going 150 plus miles an hour. They don't need to be out here driving up and down the road with a juvenile in their car, with guns and with drug paraphernalia and things of that nature. So again, why can't we flip that switch? Why is it that we still have that need? And I'm asking you the question. I'm asking myself the question, to be honest here as well. Why is it that we still feel the need after we've quote unquote made it, succeeded, become successful professionals, and that we still have to still do the same thing like that? Why we still have to subject ourselves to being that guy, right? That black guy that's got the gun, that's driving crazy up and down the street. Why do we still have to be? I can't go to dinner without carrying something because I think I'm gonna get. Why do I still, every time I go into some place, I know exactly where all my exits are, right? I sit and I know exactly how to get in, how to get out, and I'm casing the joint. Just because that's just what we do. That's just what we do.
Yeah. I feel the same way as you on certain things. Like you said, case and joint, looking at what's going on, making sure I understand my surroundings, where I'm at, and what's a way to protect myself in case something happens. For them, especially for someone like Rondo, who's now older, upper in his career, should understand, the ramifications of his actions, what he's doing. But why does he still feel threatened? That's the part I'm not understanding. Why do you feel that there's a threat in your life that warrants that you need to carry a gun? You're not 20, like Henry Rugg is 25, he was 20 some odd years old. So you can kind of still base adolescence kind of on his decisions because he doesn't know any better. He hasn't lived a lot of life to know a lot better. He would have to have some advice in there. But Rondo's lived life.
Yes.
He's been there. He's done all these things. So again, my question to our audience and people: why do we feel that our athletes still need to protect themselves in this arena? Because Rondo's not like the young hip hop guys that are going to all the hip spots, right, and going to hang out and get caught slipping and somebody gets him. He's not in that situation. He's an older gentleman. Yeah. Life has been well established. He's been past that already. He's in his late 30s, maybe 40s, but I know he's in his mid to late 30s. So he's lived life.
I mean, he was. I'm looking at it. He was 16 years in the league, right? So yeah, he's been around the block.
Yeah. So you eliminated. You basically removed yourself from all those kind of threats, right? All those hood threats that we have, or hip hop threats, or that kind of environment should be removed. That shouldn't be in that shouldn't be in my thought process no more. I'm way beyond that.
Yeah.
But yet he still feels he needs to carry a gun. I want to know why. Why? That's the question I need to know. And it's just not him. It's been other athletes as well. Why? Why do they still feel they need to carry a gun? Why do they feel threatened like that? And why do I see mostly athletes? So I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm asking the question why. Yeah. Why do we feel that they feel threatened?
I don't know if anyone has the answer, and I think that's the problem. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has a real.
I really don't.
Answer that they would say just straight off the dome without trying to be politically correct, and I don't know if anyone wants to know the answer by telling the truth, but we do. Actually, we do. To be honest with you, I would love to hear Rondo or Rant. I would love to hear my man from Steven Jackson. All right, I would, I'm thinking of folks who I know who have been through some things and not afraid to speak their mind. I would love to hear those cats just tell us why, again, at this particular point, or in their particular point, in their particular stage, they still feel that need. Is it keeping it real? Marvin was saying showboat, and we kind of talked in and around that. I don't know if that's necessarily, it might be a little bit of that, but or is it, again, what we've talked about from the beginning about NIL, right? Again, you got your old crew who now sees that you got a couple of bucks in your pocket, so they're going to come after you because you now are the one who's got the bank account, right? And do you just not go to those areas anymore? Do you just not hang out, right? And again, that's easier said than done. When again you have family, you have relations, you have friends, you have all that thing. But I can't just cut everybody off, or can I? Or can I? I'm asking more questions, and I know the answer is too bad.
The old saying goes. No. I think what you hit something on the head. Like what the saying goes, your enemies stay the same, but your friends change when you get money.
Wow. Uh-huh.
I'll say it again.
Mm.
The enemies stay the same, but your friends change when you get money.
Mm.
Because when you get money, your friends feel either they're entitled or they get jealous of what you got. That's just true. So when those things happen, I don't know what the threat is or where it's at. But I'm feeling once I made that much money, I've removed myself from all that, right? You hang around in a different circle. You do different things. You're not in that same environment that you was before where that threat is still there. But for some reason, our successful people still feel they're threatening that they're a target. And I want to know why they feel that they're a target.
Yep.
Why do they feel they have to protect themselves with guns when they go anywhere? Especially when you're in your neck of the woods and you're in your city and you're doing your thing, but you still get caught because the situation's just been turning out bad, worse after worse. When we're in the situation, thank God we haven't found nobody got fatally shot or nothing like that. But the fact that you have to possess a gun with you, where you go after you made millions of dollars. I ain't talking about up and coming. I'm not talking about you on your way. I'm talking about you've already made it. Money's in the bank account. You got it.
Yeah.
And a person that could have did it. I would love to talk to would be Ja. Ja, why would you feel you need to have a gun at this point in your life when you made it? The bag is already dropped in your bank account. You're 40 million strong. What you keeping it real for? You just keep it real rich now. You don't keep it real anything else but rich. You play basketball.
So that's a word right there, boy. Grow up and grow out, right? Keep it real rich. Grow up and grow out.
So I'm not. That's the thing I'm saying. Our established stars still feel that they have the need to carry a gun and protect themselves. That's a scary thought for me because now it's telling me even if our sons or our grandsons, our great grandsons make it, it's still a target, man. They didn't really make it. Still dealing with the same environment, still situation. When you made millions and millions of dollars,
it's tough, man.
You're still a target. So to me, that's scary. So give us some good news, man. Let's go.
I'm gonna say, man, we beat that proverbial horse long enough. But for folks coming in late, I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. California, we having bad weather right now. Kevin Cox, we see you. I know you in the Bay Area, man. Is it storming over there too? So it's either me. I know Martella's having some may have issues, but listen, there's over 1,000 folks just in my area who are out of power. So if we're bouncing back and forth and you're seeing some latency in the screen, blame it on Mother Nature. Lauren is out there talking, so that's what's going on. We tried to go live on Instagram Live. It was going in vertical, but we're going to fix that and make it horizontal for folks who can join us there because a gang of folks started jumping on. So that's what we're going to get into from now on. James, this goes back to yesterday's conversation. Yeah, so Kevin was okay. We didn't already beat this horse, but yeah, Kevin, again, this same type of conversation that we continue to have. We're literally getting tired of having the same conversation. So I'll end this discussion on this last thing right here. Stop looking at that circle. Know who's around you and know who's there for the right reasons. Make sure you align yourself with the right people. Look up and look out. All right. You want to talk about some good news? I got some good news for you. I got some good news, and you're not even ready for this good news. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this man right here. Come on now. You wasn't even ready for this. Talk about this young man right here. This is man. Page 1 news right here. This is ESPN top 10.
Yeah.
What is going on with this man right here?
Yeah, my house, this page. Yeah, this page 1 right here, man. Congratulations to my son. He's a new defensive coordinator at Montana Tech University. He was at the University of Chicago. Now he's at Montana Tech, still a defensive coordinator. Just grinding his way to the top, man. You know, he's been trying to kick so many doors down and trying to get people to open doors for him. But he's like, you know, if no one's gonna open the door, man, I'm gonna find another way to get in the house. So he's knocking on windows and coming through back doors and coming through the backyard and all that stuff to make sure his career pops. And this is the next move in his strive to be successful and be at the top of his game. So very, very proud of him, man.
Look at that boy. Montel Allen and then, ladies and gentlemen, out there making big moves, out there calling plays, coordinating. God, dog.
Yes, sir.
I just need to know when we can get some tickets. I just need to know.
Oh, we good, man.
When we can get
we
over
good.
there.
We got to travel to Butte. We got to travel to Butte, Montana, but we're gonna be good. Man.
That's all right. That's all right. Listen, we're gonna get our first entrant of that and our first example of that when we drive from Ontario. No, where we drive from?
Yep, Ontario to Vegas.
Ontario to Vegas. So we're gonna do that for the Super Bowl. So yeah, we can work that out. But shouts out to the young man. I wanted to get those flowers out, and I didn't want to tell you about it until we brought it on the screen just to get your reaction. Good stuff.
Yeah, man. That's my oldest man. My oldest son doing this thing, man. I'm very proud of him. Definitely. And then I got my second one that's in University of St. Francis doing this thing. So we good.
That's good stuff. That's good. So we had. Staying on the football side, we got a couple of stories to talk about our weekend with the big game. But talking about football, let's talk about them championship games. I know you watched them. I didn't get to. So I was out of town. Took my wife to see the Wiz in San Francisco. So I was trying to get some cool points, being a good husband. And when I booked them, I did not realize. Listen. When I booked these tickets back in November, I did not realize that was going to be the day of the NFL championship games, divisional championship. Man, I don't know if she's listening. She's at the airport right now. I don't know if she's listening. But, I may have had earphones on, peeking down at my phone during some of the rendition. I saw the original, so I saw with Diana Ross and with Michael Jackson. But okay, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yes, sir.
What happened to the Ravens, man? What happened to Lamar Jackson? How was he throwing balls and catching them himself and running? See, why did that breakdown happen?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I didn't watch either one of the games.
Wow.
I didn't get a chance to see either game.
Okay.
I was out. Me and my wife was like you getting the cool points. Me and my wife was out. Wasn't free.
You got to get them cool points, boy.
Listen. The only thing, we went to brunch, and then our brunch turned in. We walked through Old Town, and we were doing some things. And then I would catch the score on the TVs playing around at the local bars, but I didn't really get a chance to watch any of the games, unfortunately. But I did catch some of the highlights. Unfortunately for Lamar, man, and them again. And I was going for the Ravens. I picked the Ravens to go. They couldn't, Lamar couldn't do it for whatever reason, man. I don't know if I think sometimes the moment is just too big for some guys. They haven't matured to be in that moment. And there's players that are alive. Mahomes is built for the moment. Really, literally. Any moment you put him in, any scenario you put him in, he's built for it to ready to have some success in there. I think for Lamar and other quarterbacks, it's a growth. You have got to grow to be in that situation and grow to be in the big moment and go. And it looks like it's just the Ravens couldn't put it together, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think Patrick Mahomes is just too stubborn to realize that the moment is big. At 26 years old, and that's fine. That's fine. I know. Again, I don't like him because he's so good. That's why I don't like him, because he's so good. So I'm gonna leave that out there.
Yeah.
And then on the other side,
you picked Kansas City, right?
I did. Well, I did. I picked Kansas City, and I picked San Francisco to make it happen. I didn't pick no Detroit.
You did. Okay, no, I don't got
listen, I may listen to Eminem and I may rock with him, but I didn't. Come on, I knew that was not gonna happen. No, there was no way.
Oh, but hey, that first half had everybody in the mama scared. There was a 49er fan.
Yeah, we was concerned. Well, I'm not gonna say we. Yeah. I'm not necessarily I'm not a sometime a fan, but yeah, just they didn't look themselves. And I guarantee you, I've heard the Shanahan family, mic'd up. So I've heard Daddy when the Broncos weren't doing what they need to do, and he knows how to use some language. So I know his son. Mm-hmm. I know Kyle went in there as well and has some things to say to young Mr. 255. You know, Mr. God, why am I completely blanking?
Well, Mr. Purdy, Mr. Purdy.
Yeah, no, the last player that's picked, Mr. Irrelevant. There you go, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah,
but again, I try to remember the phrase. See, again, folks, I haven't eaten. The weather is bad. I'm home alone. Somebody pray for me. Somebody. Irregardless of that. So we got the game set. We're not going to give our predictions yet because we got another week. I'm watching right now because, see, this is that flux week, and I'm not a fan of the Pro Bowl. I wanted to ask you about the Pro Bowl. I'm not a fan of that because that's turned into just to a flag football. I don't know what it's turned into. They should literally, if any sport of any professional major sport, I think the NFL Pro Bowl should go away. Because I like the Manning brothers, but I'm tired of seeing Eli and Peyton every single time. Right? They're the biggest draw to me, as opposed to even seeing the game. It's almost as bad as the NBA All-Star game because there's no defense on the NBA All-Star game.
I don't think. Well, this NBA All-Star game is entertaining, right? It's entertaining with dunks and scoring and all that stuff. It's a little bit more entertaining. I think with the NFL, literally, man, the Reese College All-Star game should be the Pro Bowl game, and let the athletes and the coaches from the NFL, from the other losing teams, or the losing teams that just lost Detroit and the Ravens, staff should coach those college players. They're going to be the next guys drafted.
So Michael Penix,
Jr.
should be okay.
You know what I'm saying? They should coach that staff that for a week and get those kids out there and show them and coach them up. Now we got more excitement because we see the up and coming stars that are going to be drafted in the NFL instead of seeing guys that don't want to play. And all those players, I think with the Pro Bowl players, all get $25,000 apiece. Pay those college kids $25,000 for them to play, to participate.
That could be interesting.
And then they will play harder, more focused, do what they want to do, and we'll have a better game with those guys playing because all those guys are trying to increase their draft status.
Yes.
Oh, you say, hey, I'm worried about being hurt. No, you know what's going to happen? Every player will get a $2 million insurance policy while they're there. So if something happens and they get hurt, they'll still get paid and they can live the rest of their life pretty comfortable.
So the players who decided not to play in their bowl game will come back and play the Pro Bowl because they're getting incentivized and they're getting insurance. It's kind of where you okay.
Absolutely.
I'm a creative kind of learner, right? So I got to sound it out just for myself. Okay, but that sounds interesting.
Yeah, and then when you do something like that, think about it. You got buy-in from everybody. You got it's more entertainment. You got people wanting to be there, and it gives the NFL that much more content to go ahead and label on things because these are the future stars of the NFL. These are guys going to be future drafted. So a guy that I never known is going to play in that game, and all of a sudden I see him on the draft board. I'm like, wait, that dude's a baller. He was get down in that game. If I'd never seen him in college before, I think that's the premise you can have, and that's the way they can keep the NFL guys involved. You become all pro. You just don't play the Pro Bowl, and instead of doing that, you can now mentor these young people. You can be under coaching. You can mentor them. This is how you act when you're in a setting, because these future stars, they need to learn how to act in a setting like the Super Bowl, right? They need to learn how to act when they're in Vegas. They need to learn how to act when media's all in their face. They need to learn how to act when all these things are being thrown at them. What a perfect platform to be able to teach them all that stuff and learn and mentor and be mentored by guys in the NFL and go through the process on one swoop, then go get drafted and now your life begins. It's like an introduction to the league.
So would you prefer something like that as opposed to them going and playing, because it's the UFL now, right? The Rocks League. So would that make more sense than to have UFL players come in and compete with the losers?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't want the UFL. I want that to be separate. That's not my league. I'm not endorsing that league. Gotcha. I endorse the NFL. So I want NFL prospect kids that I think that are going to be drafted, which are all at the Senior Bowl. See those prospects to be here, be into this big old media blitz, to be here and learn and exercise and get a better understanding and learn how to be spoiled. Learn how to be spoiled for your future later, be in the NFL, and learn how to act. I think that'll be the perfect segue going into the league.
All right, so we gonna make this. We gonna figure this out. We gonna do all these X's and O's. And the first question coming straight from Mr. Cox is, who's paying for this insurance? Where does money come from? Is it
the NFL?
So the NFL is going to pay for these college players to be insured, regardless of their draft choice. So I'm not even going to say Caleb Williams because he don't. Caleb don't want to play for nobody. He want to own the team. Let's say Michael Penix Jr. They're gonna come up with that insurance.
Yes, you know why? You know why I said the NFL pays for it? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. You know why I said the NFL will pay for it? Because the NFL will have the licenses right to televise it. They will make more money on televising that being under their umbrella than any insurance policy would cost for any of these players.
Well, you sound like you about to make some sense over there. Okay. You about to make some sense. I got you. Okay.
Right? And think about this. While the game is going on, you know how they do the guy makes a play and the prospect, this is prospect A from University of Utah. He's such and such height. Look at the stretch and everything. He's projected to be drafted by the Rams in the 3rd round. Oh, smack. Oh, get to see. I'm watching this dude. And then I get another guy. All that will be now under the NFL licenses umbrella. You get paid to play in the game, and we're going to pay for your insurance. Remember, if anyone gets hurt, they get paid out. If it's detrimental to the staff drivers or them getting hurt. But otherwise, they get paid $25,000 to play a game. And let's be all honestly, they'll go hard, but it's going to go hard to a certain extent. No one's going to try to hurt themselves in a situation. That means that those policies would be due for somebody that got a drastic knee injury or something that really happened that's going to really cost them their career or significantly in their draft status. Not bad play, but injury. Why not? Why not do that and put that under our license as the NFL brand? They're no longer college students, so they're no longer the collision umbrella.
That's true. It's a lot different now. It's a lot different now. You definitely thinking outside the box. I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with it. But again, you just introduced this opportunity to me about 5 minutes ago, so we'll see. I'm gonna figure it out though. But that could be very interesting because again, the Pro Bowl, like Kevin is saying, it's a flea circus. It's not even entertaining. So we need something.
It's not even entertaining. So think about this. So if we do that, if we do this game the week before the Super Bowl. Because everybody's coming in, right? Everybody's coming into Vegas.
Yeah.
If you do this game the week before the Super Bowl, they get to play at Allegiant Stadium, for instance. They get to be in Las Vegas. They get to be mentored by other NFL players. NFL gets to put their licensing and everything underneath that umbrella and teach them for that week for them to play in it. They get paid for that week. And now they have a whole nother sources built up to the NFL game.
Mm-hmm.
So now they get another NFL game that's going to be at the Allegiant Stadium. It's probably going to be sold out. Because now you got all these potential NFL guys are going to go there, and people that like college football is going to be there. Now all the scouts can be there in one place to watch all the players in Vegas while they stay there to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to be coached by the other team's coaching staff. Man, it's a win-win all the way. So why is the NFL allowing Reese Peanut Butter Cup to make all this money instead of them saying, let's bring this under our umbrella and let's make all this money and we'll be set?
Lord have mercy, you naming names. Okay, see now you're gonna get us. Listen, remember we gonna be there. Don't be naming names, right? Talking generalities, not specifics.
We're trying to get in, baby.
I know. Good. Well, listen, we're not gonna get in anymore. We gonna be there in a couple of weeks, but okay, I'm not mad at you, man. That's an interesting prospect. We definitely need to have more conversation, and maybe this could be a question that next time we have Irving Fryer on, because he's been in the league, right? And he knows the mechanics behind the scene, right? Now, we're talking just tapping on the door trying to get in, but he's been behind there just to understand how the league works, and especially someone like him, number 1 drafted, all the stuff that he's been through. I would love to hear that perspective, his insight, and even what's the cat from Oregon, QB, your friend,
Keely,
right? Again, someone again at that high stature, been around, understands what making money and things of that nature. Maybe we get some of those conversations from folks. So you hit up a Keely out.
Man, we can get both of them on the air.
God,
get them both on the show.
There we go. Have a little panel going with some ex-NFL players. Y'all heard her here first. Y'all heard it. We're gonna make up for this latency that we've been having on the Instagram side tonight by having another pro NFL panel. Tall boy, we see you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for being here, brother. Let's see. Kevin was saying who's paying. Right, hope someone at the NFL is listening. Hold on, we're gonna put that on the screen right there. Shirley says, "Hope somebody is listening." Huh? I'm just here pushing buttons, man. Mondale Allen is the one that's telling out and is dropping these gems, y'all. I'm just here, like I say, the Wizard of Oz, back here pushing buttons, trying to make some things happen. Shirley did ask us something as well. Don't know if we gonna do it, but we creating special Team No Sleep Super Bowl gear. Made the hats embroidered. So we got the hats, we got the snapbacks, we got the hoodies, we got the bucket hats. I'm not sure. I don't know. I was throwing around some new design ideas today, and they make something, but it might be too late to get something and have it created and shipped in time. But who knows? We'll figure something out. All right, brother. So that's that. Again, don't give me predictions. We got one more week, so we'll come back and we'll really dive into it. But we saw the games. We saw Kelsey doing what he needs to do. We saw Mahomes doing what he needs to do. Christian McCaffrey has my vote. If I had a vote, he still has my vote for MVP. I'm sorry. I know all these other folks did what they needed to do during the regular season, but my goodness, Christian McCaffrey's a bad man, so he would have my vote. Baltimore Ravens just didn't utilize what they had. They didn't utilize that running quarterback, that mobile quarterback enough. And there's only one or two superstars when someone like 49ers have multiple superstars, right? So they've distributed some of that wealth, some of that money, some of that resource. So it's not just I'm throwing them one person or two. All right, we won't. That's enough of that. Okay. All right. What we want to get into now, man? I wanted to show folks what we were getting into because I'm starting to get excited about this, and I'm not going to put all our business out there in the street, but I want to talk about this restaurant we're going to first of all, because I sent out a tweet to the man Keith Lee, who folks may know, big online influencer, food critic based in Las Vegas. And so talk to folks about this place that we going to, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen because I want folks to know we coming. Deion Sanders, we coming. What's the name of the spot again?
Okay. Oh, Grits. We're going to Grits, right?
Yeah, Grits. Okay, hold on.
It's called Grits. And it's supposed to be one of the top soul food places in Vegas. The menu looks incredible. So I've never been there before.
Oh, Lord.
Since I won a little wager a couple of weeks ago, my man James is going to be there. We're going to be there. I'm going to make sure I don't eat too heavy, but I'm going to give me a little something.
Hold on. First and foremost, really, you haven't even been there yourself?
Yeah. Cater to the appetite. Okay. Nah, I haven't been there before. I just heard about it. I heard it's good.
My goodness. This man has not been there. Okay, so we're going to bring this up here. I'm gonna make sure no bank information is coming up on my screen here. So don't want anybody using my credit card going to buying any merch. So they're only open is in the morning now. All right, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Saturday.
We good.
Okay, 7 a.m. to 3, and the address looks like it's frequented by a lot of folks. Child, listen, we gonna eat. Oh, I can eat, and I got a feeling that Montel is gonna try to show out as well and order everything that he can off the menu. So that's the plan there. And then let me look at the can.
I'm getting a plate to go. I want to eat there and a plate to go, so we good.
You know what? Can't take this, brother. No place. Let me see. Let's look at this menu. Let's see what they got here. Now hiring. Maybe I'll just stay there and get me a job. Friday night, we have the Las Vegas Big Game Networking Mixer at some location. It starts at 7 p.m. So that's Friday night. after I get in town, then we make that ride down. Why
Mm-hmm.
is their website loading so slow? It's a PDF that's trying to load. Okay, we're not gonna do that. So we do breakfast. We do breakfast.
Go visit the website. It's called Grits. It's done the wonderful things about it. So I definitely want to make sure we get down while we in Vegas eating there. So we should be good.
Let me see how much this gonna cost. Hold on now. Let me see here. Two sides, plate, bowl of grits, steamed vegetables,
I'm getting the shrimp and grits, man.
Okay. Let me see. Mac and cheese, hot links. Oh Lord. Okay. Po' boy sandwiches. Look at this. They got buttery peach cobbler. Not just regular peach cobbler, but they said they got buttery peach cobbler. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. That's the diabetes special right there. I know. That's the diabetic special right there.
My bad. They said, oh my God. This may be what I'm gonna go right here. The chicken and waffles. I'm gonna compare them to Roscoe's. Is what I'm gonna do. So I may go with this big grits breakfast. Oh, that's $20. It better be good. 4 chicken wings or catfish fillets. What? 2 eggs, grits, and a waffle.
Yeah, man. I told you we're gonna be on point.
Okay. Yeah, we're
gonna be on point.
We're gonna be full.
Bring your Tums, because you might get a little heartburn because that's early in the morning. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be good.
It's so good. Okay, so we got that. Senior, we see you in the building. Appreciate you, sir. And then, like I say, Friday night we got whatchamacallit going on. So going to a mixer this Saturday morning, 7. It starts at 8. But you notice I got on the calendar. You haven't accepted the new meeting invite there. Yep. I put at 7:30. Because we're not gonna be late. So we gonna show up for the Super Bowl breakfast.
I know we're not gonna be late, bro. We good.
You haven't accepted the meeting that's in your calendar
there, man.
yet. So here we go with that.
That don't mean I ain't gonna be there. I'm gonna be there with you. I'm gonna be there with you, so we good.
I'm just gonna say, mess around and sleep in if you want to. I'm gonna get it over. I'm gonna leave you wherever we at, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, no, we good, bro.
I want to see this. I really want to see some. I'm glad one of my Steelers won the Bart Starr Award, Mika Fitzpatrick. So shouts out to him. So that's gonna be dope. I also really want to see Coach Dungy. Hopefully, he's gonna be in the building. Listen, I've been around a gang of celebrities, a gang of high profile folks, but so I don't get intimidated with all that. But these are some good cats to be around, and I could tell someone like that, someone like a Michael Singletary. I mean, just some good folks to be around. Aiden O'Connell, I can probably ask him how come he not playing. Oh no, he playing. He the one playing. That's right. That's how I feel to ride the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Cool. See.
Then who's my guy that I want to see? There we go, Kirk Cousins. I don't know. I just been enamored with Kirk Cousins ever since I saw the special. Was it Netflix special? Was it Quarterbacks? And just seeing what cool of a dude he is, family man. So I'm gonna be down to go see Kirk Cousins, Coach Dungy, and Michael Singletary, and obviously Mika Fitzpatrick. That's it, man. That's it. Golly, this was a little tough tonight. Say happy for TNS doing this extravaganza. Appreciate you, Shirley. We couldn't do it without folks like you. Thank you very much for all your support. When in Rome, baby, have fun. Listen, that's what we gonna do. I'm gonna try not to get arrested.
Yeah, Shirley, I appreciate that.
Try not to get arrested.
No, I'm not getting arrested. I got bail money for you, though, brother. Whatever you're gonna do, I got you.
We keep talking about this exciting adventure, and hopefully we can live up to it. Unfortunately, I found out that I can't bring, like I said, my camcorder in. They're gonna be checking for that, but we can do some mobile things. I can shoot 4K on my phone, so we can work something out. And remember, we got to be dressed too. We can't come in the shorts and the tank top.
No, brother, we got suit. Okay. I'm suited and booted. I'm ready.
Okay, we can't come in flip flops and and the baggy jeans and that type of thing. So we got to represent well.
Yes, sir.
Man,
you there, man?
Montel Allen, tell you what, man, take us home, man, because like I said, I need to go eat. I have not taken care of myself. See, this is what happens when the family is gone, right? See, again,
Yeah,
I need to
man.
go do something. But overall, we had a decent conversation. We still need to figure out kind of those things that we talked about at the beginning. If you just tuning in late, go check that out. Society, economics, finance, all of those things tie into why the two stories of the night kind of caused some things to happen, and we still got to find answers to do better to be better. I think that's something that David Hunt was saying earlier as well. We just got to figure out how to make sure that we can rise above the situations, even though there doesn't seem to be a situation to rise above. We just I'm not going to go back down the rabbit hole. I'm not, take us home, man. I was about to go for another hour right there.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But everybody out there, please reach out to your loved ones. Let them know you love them. Always, every day, no matter what, count your blessings. And always get comfortable having uncomfortable conversations. That's how we learn.
That's it, brother. Appreciate you, man. Y'all be good. Look at you. You over there pixelating. That means that weather is leaving me and is heading down to your area right now. You about to get this storm.
Yeah, it's starting to hit over here. Yep.
Take care of yourself.
It's starting to hit over here. Absolutely.